Here's your Canadians Abroad weekly recap. After being dropped last week in Bayern's previous match against Union Berlin, Alphonso Davies got the start against Augsburg and responded by scoring a beautiful goal on his weak foot in a 3-2 win for Bayern. This was Davies' first goal of the season and more than likely will not be his last, as he indicated that he might end up stay at Bayern after all. This is what he had to say. "I feel very comfortable here. I'm playing in an incredible team for one of the absolute top clubs in Europe." Theo Bair got a little revenge this past weekend as he scored against his former side in a 1-1 draw, picking up his 6th goal of the season and his 4th goal in his past 3 matches. Theo Bair is in great form at the moment and should be considered for national team call-up. I recently did an interview with him and he told me that he is also eligible for Jamaica, however he only wants to play for Canada. Simon Colijn is quietly having a great season in the Dutch 2nd Division as he once again picked up another assist in a 3-0 win for his side. Colijn now has 4 goals and has picked up 6 assists in 21 matches so far this campaign, which is very impressive considering he's playing as a number 8 now. He is definitely a bright young talent. He is also eligible to represent the Netherlands, but hopefully one day we will see him represent the Maple Leaf. Midweek, Larin scored once again, helping Mallorca defeat league leaders Girona to book their place in the Copa del Rey semifinals. Larin wasn't able to score at the weekend against Betis in a 1-0 loss, however he is still on fire at the moment, scoring 4 goals in his past 6 matches. Larin is starting to put in the type of performances that made him so impressive last season with Valladolid. Alistair Johnston scored his first goal of the season in the first minute of the match after his deflected shot fooled the keeper and snuck over the line. Now this wasn't the prettiest goal you'll ever see, but they all count and it turned out to be the match-winning goal in a 1-0 win over Ross County. Johnston doesn't score often for Celtic, so it was really nice to see him get this goal and help his side stay 5 points clear of Rangers at the top of the table. Julia Grosso had a fantastic match for Juventus as she was in on both goals. She scored the first and set up the second in a 2-2 draw against Fiorentina. Vanessa Gilles' impressive goal-scoring run continues after picking up her 7th goal of the season in all competitions. Her header was one of many goals that Lyon scored in a 7-0 win as they sit top of their Champions League group. Moving along to the transfer section now, we will begin with Jonathan David. It is being reported that Chelsea, Napoli, AC Milan, and Atletico Madrid are following Jonathan David, and David did have a response to this. "When you were young, these are the clubs you watch, these are the clubs you think about. It's flattering, I appreciate it. As we say every year, we'll see what the future has in store for us." It is being reported that London, Ontario native Jesse Fleming is leaving Chelsea and joining Portland Thorns for around €250,000 in a move that will make her the most expensive acquisition ever by an NWSL club. The Thorns are definitely no strangers to Canadians, and if this transfer does go through, she'll be linking up with Janine Becky and Christine Sinclair. Sticking with Portland, but this time taking a look at the Timbers, there could be a potential 5th Canadian to keep an eye out for, as Sean Rea is right now currently on trial with the Timbers for preseason. He will of course have to earn a contract, but there is no denying his ability. I loved watching him during his time in the Canadian Premier League, and if he does join up with the Timbers, he will be joining the likes of Maxime Crépeau, James Pantemis, Kamal Miller, and Zach McGraw. The Vancouver Whitecaps have re-signed DP Ryan Gauld to a 3-year contract extension. Gauld has put up 26 goals and 29 assists across 2.5 very impressive seasons, while also winning 2 Canadian championships. This will keep Gauld in Canada and keep the hopes alive for him one day making the switch and playing for the Canadian men's national team. I know it looks like a bit of a stretch right now, but he did tell me in an interview that he would be open to the idea of playing for Canada. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the latest episode of Canadians Abroad. If you did, as always, be sure to drop a like, drop a sub, and be sure to tune in for next week's update.